With the class 8 class subject biology I am going to handle, and the topic is the world of microorganisms. Now if you take in our life day-to-day activity, you can see many changes taking place in our life. For example, if you take the food, mother, when she want to make the curd, she make use of buttermilk into the warm milk. She add it into the warm milk to convert it into curd. The next thing is, when you cook the food and keep it after a long time, it starts getting spoiled. And at the same time, when you get up early morning, you can see that a bad smell coming out from your mouth. Okay, when you wake up. So all these changes is due to the presence of some organisms which is known as microorganisms. Now what are microorganisms? Now microorganisms are tiny organisms which are not visible to our naked eye. It is only visible with the help of a microscope. As we have learned that microorganisms are present around us, this microorganisms was observed by the scientist called as Antony van Leeuwenhoek. He was born in the month October 24, 1632, and he died in the month of August 26, 1723. Now what made him discover the microscope? It is his curiosity to learn about different organisms using different types of lenses, and which helped him to construct a microscope, a very powerful microscope he constructed, which made him to observe different types of organisms. Initially he observed the organisms which was named as animalcules. Later on he observed many organisms under the microscope, which were like his research on lower animals refuted the doctrine of spontaneous generation, and his observation helped to lay the foundation for the sciences of bacteriology and protozoology. Not only that, he observed different types of organisms like bacteria, and he observed algae, fungi, protozoa, and many minute organisms, many minute arthropods. Now what we observed is all the bacteria share a common features to every prokaryotic cell. They lack nucleus and nuclear bond organelles. They have circular DNA that is naked, means within the cell it is visible without any envelope, and they have smaller rhizosomes that is within the body of the organisms. Now however, different types of bacteria can be distinguished according to the characteristics. Now some of the shapes are, you can see circular shapes are there, rod shape is there, curved form is there, and other shapes of bacteria. You can find the bacteria appearing in the form of chain called as the streplo, then streptobacteria, then you have the Spirulocoli, then Cyanobacter bacteria, then Staphylo, Microbacteria, Spirochete and Spiral and Streptomyces. All these are different types of bacteria which brings different changes in our life. Among these, some are useful and some are harmful microorganisms. Now we will observe, next is fungi. The fungi is a kind of plant. Okay, this plant doesn't have chlorophyll. It's a kind of microorganism, or it's a kind of plant which is lacking chlorophyll in it, and they cannot prepare the food by themselves. So this also comes under microscopic, and it also can be used with the help of magnifying glass. Now you can see fungi. What is fungi? It's a eukaryotic organism which are included in microorganisms such as yeast, molds and mushrooms. These organisms are classified under the kingdom called fungi or fungi. The organisms found in kingdom fungi contain a cell wall and are omnipresent. They are classified as heterotrophs among the living organisms. Now you can see some black spots appearing on the bread. This is also called as the bread mold. Okay. Now you can see the appearance of black spot on the bread. When you keep the bread moist for some days, or any other food items, you can find black substance appearing on the surface of the food items. It's just because of this black spots, which is nothing but it can be known as a bread mold, or also other type of fungal. If you see the pickle also, you can see on the top of the pickle also, you can see this fungus appearing. Now this cannot prepare the food, that's the reason they depend upon other food items to get their nutrition. Now for example, you can see they are also found in most of the skin also. They also cause some skin diseases also, which is very dangerous for us, such as fungal diseases. And if you observe carefully, all the examples that we cited involve moist conditions. So they prefer moist conditions, which enable them to grow. And thus we can see that fungi usually grow in places which are moist and warm enough to support them. So these are the ones. Next we find the protozoans. Now you can see the fungus on the moist bread. This is your moist bread. Can you see? And you can see these structures. Okay, these structures are nothing but it is fungi, which is also known as rhizopus. It is also called as bread mold. Okay, if you see the structures, this is a root-like structure. It appears like a plant, but it's not exactly plant. So therefore, this part is known as the rhizoid. And this they don't have a well-defined stem or leaf or anything. And therefore this part is known as the hyphae. Okay, and then you find the a round structure. Okay, this is known as sporangium. This structure is nothing but it helps in producing the spores. So these spores are just flying in the air. Okay, when they reach the moist surface, like the bread which is stale or which is kept for many days, and if it is moist, you can find this black substance appearing on it, and that is the reason it is known as a bread mold, and which spoils, which decay the food material. Now you can see this is another group of microorganisms which come under protozoa. They are also unicellular. All these microorganisms are unicellular and they cannot be seen with our naked eye. We need a microscope. Okay, and with a magnifying glass. So if you take some water or any cold water, you can observe this. And they are shapeless structure and with a prominent nucleus in the center. And they are the cytoplasm, and you can find the other cell organelles, such as you find the endoplasmic reticulum, you can find the cytoplasm, then you can find the contractile vacuole, you can find the plasma membrane. All these are present in a single cell which help in performing all the process. So these are basically different types which can cause diseases in human as well as animals. Learn about the microorganisms. In the next class we will be learning about more different types of organisms like algae, protozoans and other microarthropods in the next class. Thank you children for listening.